Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the relation between linear and angular acceleration, for which I have made a diagram. Let there is an object which is moving along a circular path. If r be its position vector at any instant and omega is the angular velocity, then its linear velocity is given by v is equals to omega cross r, and the linear acceleration of the object a is equals to dv upon dt, which is equals to d upon dt of omega cross r, or a is equals to omega cross dr upon dt plus d omega upon dt cross r. This can be written as equation number 1. Here the second terms will be in the relation when the angular velocity of object is not uniform. Means this a gives the value of total acceleration produced when the object is moving with non-uniform angular velocity. Now we know that dr upon dt is equals to v, which is equals to linear velocity, and d omega upon dt, it gives alpha, which is angular acceleration. So the equation 1 can be written as a is equals to omega cross v plus alpha cross r. If the object is in a non-uniform circular motion, then the acceleration of the object has two components. One is omega cross v and the other one is alpha cross r. Here in this diagram, omega and v are shown at point A at an instant, and omega cross v is a vector along the radius OA of the circular path. It is called the radial component. It is known as radial component of the total acceleration and denoted by AC. It is also known as centripetal acceleration. AC is equals to omega cross v. This is known as centripetal acceleration. Or AC can be written as omega v sine 90, which is equals to omega v, and we know that omega is equals to v upon r. So centripetal acceleration is equals to v square upon r, or r omega square. This is the radial component of the acceleration. Now in next diagram, the orientation of vector alpha and r is shown at point A. Again, alpha cross r is a vector along tangent of the circular path at point A, and it is called the transverse component of acceleration, denoted by at, and at is equals to alpha cross r. Because alpha and r at 90 degree, so at is equals to alpha r sine 90, which is equals to r alpha. This is the transverse component of acceleration. The radial and transverse component of the total acceleration of object are perpendicular to each other because this is in direction and the direction of alpha cross r is along the tangent. They are perpendicular to each other, so the magnitude of total acceleration is given by a is equals to under root ac square plus at square, or under root r omega square whole square plus r alpha whole square. If the total acceleration of the object, here you can see at is in this direction and ac is along the radius, so the angle between them is 90 degree. If we suppose that the total acceleration, which is a, makes an angle theta with the transverse component, then tan theta is equals to ac upon at, or r omega square upon r alpha, or tan theta is equals to omega square upon alpha. These two equations give the magnitude and direction of total acceleration of an object having a non-uniform circular motion. When the circular motion of object is uniform, in this case alpha, which is equals to d omega upon dt, will be equal to 0. So the acceleration has only one component, which is omega cross v. It is known as radial or the centripetal component. It means that if circular motion is uniform, the object will have only centripetal acceleration.